In a quiet old village surrounded by fading mountains and dusty morning winds, there lived a poor young boy named Aaron, whose life had been shaped not by comfort, but by hardship, loss, and the silence of empty nights. Yet inside his small chest lived a fire larger than his fears. Aaron's father had died when he was only 10, leaving behind nothing but a worn-out coat and the memory of a man who always said, "If life gives you pain, walk through it, don't stop." His mother worked long hours sewing clothes under a dim lantern, and every night Aaron would sit beside her, listening to the soft scratching of her needle and dreaming of a world where he could change their destiny. The villagers often mocked him, calling him weak, calling him foolish for dreaming of a future beyond their broken huts. But Aaron never argued. He simply smiled and walked away, saving his energy for the battles life hadn't even shown him yet. As he grew older, the weight on his shoulders grew heavier. He had to work in the fields, fix water wells, carry wood, and still study under a street lamp after midnight with tired eyes, but an unbroken heart. He failed exams, he failed projects, he failed attempts to earn, and every failure tried to pull him down. But that old memory of his father whispering, "Walk through it," kept him moving, step by painful step. One harsh winter, when the fields died and work disappeared, Aaron made the hardest decision of his life. He left his village with only a bag of clothes, 2 old books, and his mother's blessing. The city was louder, colder, and crueler than anything he had imagined. He slept on benches, worked in tea shops, washed dishes in hotels, and faced insults every day. Yet he kept learning, kept observing, kept believing that storms only come to prepare a person for a clearer sky. Years passed, and Aaron slowly built his skills, reading under bridges, practicing late at night, and saving every coin like it was gold. One day he got a small opportunity at a workshop wherein vendors created machines for farming. Nobody trusted him, nobody believed in him, but Aaron worked quietly, worked harder, worked smarter, and finally created something that changed everything. A simple tool that made farming faster for poor villagers, like the ones he grew up with. His idea spread, then his design spread, then his name spread. And soon Aaron became known as the boy who turned his pain into purpose. He returned to his village years later, not riding in a fancy car but walking on foot, greeting every old man and woman who once laughed at him. The children followed him, eyes shining, asking how he became so big. Aaron only sighed. This world doesn't care where you come from. It only cares how far you're willing to walk. He built schools, fixed wells, and rebuilt the very childhood he once suffered in. People from all ages and to 60 listened to him as he stood beside his father's grave and whispered, "I kept walking." His story told the world that success isn't born from talent or luck. It is born from the long nights no one sees, the tears no one notices, the bruises no one cares about, and the courage to stand up every time life knocks you down. Aaron proved that the boy who once had nothing could one day give everything. And that pain, when carried with patience, becomes the very strength that leads you toward greatness step by step, breath by breath, without ever stopping.